Hey everyone, we are back in the garage working on the 67 Camaro Resto mod. Today I'm going to attempt to put in door bars. So right here, I'm going to attempt to put in removable door bars that'll go from here down, sort of like this, and then down there like that. So I have some tube there. I have some door bar kits that should make it theoretically possible to make it so it bolts in and unbolts. So I'm going to see what I can do. And I'm not sure I have enough tube to do both sides, but I definitely have enough tube for one side. So if I can do one side and it works out good, then I will get some more of the tube and do the other side, try to make it identical. Well, not try, but I will succeed in making it identical, I assure you. Anyways, okay, so let's get to her. Not bad for a start. So I've marked where I want my next curve to start, and so as you can imagine, I would have it coming from the front of the car on the floorboard area. It would come up and like out a little bit towards the door, and then back like level, and then it would have to angle up going to the roll hoop. So I've marked it here. This is where I want my bend to be. And I've decided that I'm going to just do one bar per side for now until I order more of this tubing, because I was, while I was working on it, I was thinking in the past how when I built my race car, I ordered 1 3/4, I forget what the wall thickness was on it. But anyways, I ordered up a batch of it, and I did all my forming, like my tube bending here, like I did with this machine here, and it all worked really good. And then I ran out, so I went back to the exact same supplier and I ordered more of that tubing that they claim was from the same supplier. But when it came, it all measured up exactly the same, but it didn't bend the same. With the exact same equipment, it was constantly kinking, like it wasn't working. And they, I went back and confirmed, and my metal supplier was like, swears that it was all exactly the same stuff. So I had quite a bit of problem bending it. So I don't want to take a chance with that happening, that there's a difference in batches with the metal. So I'm going to bend the two top tubes so per side. And I think it'll also be easier for me to get them exactly the same when I have both of them right here at the same time. And it's from the same batch of metal. I'm assuming it's from the same batch of metal. And then I'm going to order more of the bottom tube. And so if there's a problem with the bottom tube bending, it's not going to be quite as critical, because I can compensate for it equally on both sides. But if I make the entire one side out of this batch of tubing that I have, and then the next batch is slightly different, it's going to bend different. It's just going to behave differently. So I don't want that. So anyways, that's my little explanation of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So let's give this a shot for the next bend here, and hopefully this works out. I like to give it a little bit of a spritz, a little bit of a lubricating spritz, so it slides through the form a little easier. Maybe I could use something a little thicker than WD-40, but WD-40 does seem to work. So, all right, here goes nothing. All right, I'm gonna mark which one I'm on here. Okay, let's pull that out of there, and let's see how that lines up. Lines up with the seat and everything else. All right, gave it 2 more notches on the tubing bender. Oh boy, that's close. That's really close. Yeah, I mean, it should be easy enough to slide over that to get in the seat. But that would be even easier to slide over, get in the seat. I think that's good. I think that's going to be good. I just need to you know, figure out this part here with this thing and figure out the floor plate. I made these 4" by 4" plates to go on the floor, and then there'll be, oh, I don't have it in front of me, but I have some 2 by 4" tubing that will go underneath and will tie into the frame. And so when this is bolted through, it will really tie it into the frame really well. So okay, so that's what the top bar looks like. We have quick release pins there and there, and there you give an idea what it's look like. And then you get another tube that's going to go along here like this and tie in down there somewhere, and then I'll have, like, you know, maybe some kind of a tube like that. Okay, so now let me show you how it ties into the frame. With that piece right there, and there's a plate directly above that, and it clamps into, now I still have to finish weld this, but I want to TIG weld that, just like I TIG welded the bars here. Oops. Like I TIG welded that, and I still have to finish TIG welding that, and that plate down there too, I still have to TIG weld. But now the challenge is going to be to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So I'll spare you how I did that, because, you know, you've seen how this side is done already. You don't need to see how the other side's done. But I'll come back to this video. Like, I'm not going to release this video until I have the tubing for here and that part. So hang in there. It could be another week or two before I get this far. So this is going to explain why I haven't put out a video in a while, but you get the idea. Okay, here we are with matching door bars. That's the yep, driver's side, passenger side. And yeah, I managed to get those really exactly the same, so that's awesome. Now the problem I'm going to run into is when I add another bar down here, I'm not sure that pulling these pins that the bars will just come out. Right now I pull the pins, yeah, the bar comes out, but I don't know, I'm a little concerned that putting that second one in is going to mean that I can't get these out, because you'll see that in order to get these in here, that is slightly angled. So it doesn't, if I put another one down there, it's not going to just lift out. So I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. I mean, this bar is definitely, I mean, okay, look at the triangulation, right? Under here, I got a full frame. That's a frame, full frame going right there. And then the roll hoop is welded and is like attached. And then here, and then it's, you know, it is triangulated. Maybe not ideally, but it's certainly better than it was. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I may just line up leaving these bars as they are, because they are currently removable just by pulling the pins. And I definitely want to keep that feature. I don't want to make these a permanent thing. So putting that second one on the bottom, I'm really concerned about the removability. Of course, I guess if I put a bar here going to here somewhere, and that is also pinned, then I can take it apart in pieces. Yeah, I guess that's a possibility, but that will make it a bunch heavier. I don't know. Maybe if I go from here up to here. I don't know. I think about it. We'll see. Okay, it's now a week later for me, and I have received my chromoly tubing and these pieces that make door bars possible. I received them from Summit Racing. So now we're going to carry on with these door bars and put a lower bar, and I guess I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. Okay, so I think I need to put a vertical tube in here just to triangulate it. So I'm thinking something like this, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, that bar looks pretty good the way it is. but I think I need some kind of something here. So that's next. Okay, I tack welded it all together and I put that little brace there in it, and surprisingly, when I pull the pins, all 3 pins, it pops out of there. So I'm really happy with that. I'm just gonna do the final welding on this side and then move on to the other side. So I don't know if you noticed it, but I put a little kink in it right here so that there was room for the seat to move back and forth. And it clears the door. There's plenty of clearance when the door is closed. And you can get your hands in there and get your seat belts and move your seat. I hope the new seats we get are gonna have a similar adjustment, or maybe they'll have one in the front, I'm not sure. But either way, you can get your hand in there and make that adjustment. So yeah, I'm just gonna weld that up and then try to do the identical bar on the other side. Check those out. I'm really happy with how that's all turned out. The seat moves forward and back, no problem. And they pull out, you just pull these pins out, quick release pins, and they pull out. And they weigh so little that, honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave them in there all the time. It's easy to get over them, to get in and out of the seats. I can't see a problem with just leaving them in there. So yeah, and let me turn my camera around here. There, so yeah, that is a most excellent. So those are gonna get powder coated as well. I can't powder coat that, but those are gonna get powder coated, and then I'll get paint to match the powder coating. But next up, oh, by the way, that took a total of 10 hours for both bars. 10 hours. For today, this video is done, and please like and subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, and you know, let's get more of these old first-gen Camaros back on the road.